Okay, now it's vintage challenge time with SqueeVine and a little bit of cooking. We're going to play this list in front of us. So, in my mind, we've pre-boarded a bit for the duel matchup in that we've got the 4 traps, which I think is mostly stock these days, but, traps seems to be the spot where people flex around a bit. But I've come off of main deck Furies and main deck Snapbacks and main deck Caracas, which I played at the London event on the 10th. And I'm going to play this Commandeer. Pretty sure it's awful, but hey ho. It'll be fun, and if we get to bink a 1 ring or a coveted duel or something, then that could be a fairly big game. And like the way that's going to... It's mostly going to pitch to the forces, right? But the way it could come up is if it's, turn 2... Ancient Tomb, and I'm holding like Ancient Tomb into 1 ring, and I'm holding like Mindbreak Trap, Master of Death, Commandeer sort of thing. We will try and take it, but most of the time it's going to be pitch followed to Force of Will, because I'm absolutely not pitching 2 forces to a Commandeer. So that's the main deck. The rest of it's standard, and then post board we've got 1 Snapback, 4 Furies, and 4 Echoing Deeps. I'm going to run this back. I think the card's cool. I think there's some merits to it over the Petrified Field. 4 might be a little bit nuts, but Montoliu has been on a bit of a tear recently with Squee, so if there's a bunch of mirror matches going around, then Echoing Deeps stealing, because it's either graveyard, right? So if they leyline me and I wasteland their Bazaar, I've then got access to 4 Bazaars. And then if they surgical my Bazaars, I've got access to their Bazaars. So there's a bit more counterplay to it than Petrified Field in the mirror, and yeah, it sounds cool. 4 Furies over Pyro K, Hole Breacher, and Orcish Bowmasters make me want Pyrokinesis. Thalia, Mono White, and every other matchup makes me want Fury, basically. Snapback and 2 Caracas for the Atraxas and Sphinx of the Steelwind, and then post board against Jewel for the Worm Coils. Surgical for Dredge and the Mirror. Maybe some Breach. We'll see how we do. Okie dokie, but then round 1 against Boa Bida, who has been crushing those cube streets recently. I was doing a trophy race with my friend in the Alpha Frog Cube, which I lost 17 to 15 trophies, which was pretty brutal. And Boa Bida was just like storming away with like 30 odd fucking trophies or some shit. Anywho, let's write their name into Goldfish. They have revealed a Lurus, which is typically, I've found, not great for me. I don't know what it is that I'm doing wrong, because why can't I spell this dude's name? Have a Boa Bida. Nothing relevant there. Cool. So we're going to powder this nonsense out of the way. We are on the draw, which is pretty brutal, and going down to 6. So Bazaar, Force, Misstep, bunch of engines. Sweet. This looks good. 5 cards though. So we'll bottom of Vigor, and we'll... 6 cards. I'm great at this game. We'll just bottom of Vigor. So Lavinia's awkward. Black Lotus, right? Straight to the test. I don't know. I think we can fight this. I think exiling the Lotus is probably fine. I think Lotus Land Lavinia is a bit too annoying, so if we get a good activation first, then that's better for us. So they've played a Saga. We'd like some action off of this Bazaar, but we have got 2 Bazaars, 2 Squeeze. Ding ding. We'll just put the Vengevine in the graveyard. So, bit of context for today is that I am pretty unwell. I've had COVID this week and barely left my bedroom. I've played a couple of cube drafts and then this, but what we really need here is to get a wasteland or another creature, because that Saga's about to go ham. So we'll discard Vengevine. Will we discard Vengevine on the first one? No, we'll just discard Squee Powder. Because if we miss, then we might be pitching this Vengevine to a Vigor. Although one of our Vigors is on the bottom, so we really cannot miss. Okay, we can't miss. 3 cards go away. Of 6, so I can't actually have a force open. So let's just discard Master of Death. Vengevine negation. Or do I just... So Master of Death for sure. Force of negation for sure. And then one of these 2 green cards. Is it better to have a Vengevine in the yard? Or a Basking Root Wallow in play? I think I'm going to pitch a Lizard. Or do I just pitch Force? No. I can't pitch Force. The issue we've got here, right, is that our Force of Vigor has to hit this. I think I'm just gonna discard the Vengevine, pitch the Lizard, and have the negation up next turn. I would like to Vigor your Saga, please, sir. So they've obviously had a bit of time to draw a Force of Will. They did not. Jeez, that's so big for us. Oh yeah, that is such big game. Wow. Very lucky that they had no permission in that opener. Sounds like the negation on their Lotus was half the game. So I imagine it's just like a Lotus Ancestral Hand then, or something like that. But yeah, massive to steal game 1 in that spot. Caracas is going to come in. We're going to bring in a few Echoing Deeps. I don't know if we're going to do the full fucking 4. Commandeer can certainly get the hell out of here. What were we talking about before? Yeah, I'm sick. Please be forgiving of any massive punts I make, was I think the whole general story that I was saying before that happened. But yeah, Echoing Deeps and Caracas I like, because Caracas bounces Lavinia. Well, we don't know they're blue and white, but I feel like Caracas is a better hedge than Fury, because I can't cast Fury through Lavinia. Where do we stand on Snapback? Not great. Traps are usually questionable. And then maybe just a Squee or some shit. Oh, Chalice on the draw. So down to 2 traps, plus Caracas. Yeah, I'm gonna play like this. Caracas is for Lavinia, Echoing Deeps, just a couple of them, just as if we were playing against a 5 strip mine deck, which we probably are. Just a little bit to hedge. One thing to note here is if they reveal Lurus, because if they don't reveal Lurus, that means that they're on the what's it called, like that Glimmer Void version, the Sheer Khan deck. And then no, it looks like they're revealing Lurus, so that's cool. And then if they do reveal the Lurus, then they're more likely on the blue-white version, I think, at this stage. I think the blue-black Mogged deck is not dead, but, less prevalent than blue-white with Lavinias and Containment Priests and crap post board. Bang in hand, Lurus revealed. We'll keep this. Okay. Mox Pearl. Okay. Force of Vigor. No, not Force of Underground Sea. Okay, so how Underground Sea. So looks and smells like the old bowman, doesn't it? Oh no, it's an ancestral. Oh, what the fuck does? Why would we do that? Upkeep. What are we playing around to upkeep it? Oh, we're turning on their Force of Negation. Sure. But Force of Negation shouldn't be in their deck, right? I guess to make plays like this. I don't know, but now our sideboarding strategy is a catastrophe, but that's fine. Let's play a Bazaar. Sure. And then we're going to develop two little creatures. We're going to attack with the 4/3. The 4/3 is probably going to trade the army token, and then we're going to be on like Wasteland, Force Negation, to try and get somewhere. And then we won't probably activate this Bazaar too many times. Yes, please. I'd love my Vengevine back. And then attack them for 4. Assuming the trade comes in. Oh no. So they're just holding Tabernacle and they're just completely stacked up against us. Yep. Cool. So we'll see how we do here. Because if we can draw a green card, then we can just kind of body them. If we can keep them off mana. So let's Wasteland your Underground Sea and pass the turn. Oh, pass the turn or activate Bazaar? Because I can just stack up onto this thing, right? Oh, so maybe that was really punty. No, I think I'll wait a turn. And then they'll pay the 1. Tolarian Academy. Sensei's top. I'm going to negate the top. And then we draw for the turn. Echoing Deeps is probably going to copy Wasteland in this spot. Okay, do I want to activate? Probably not. I probably just want to make a Wasteland. And we can activate on end step. Actions on them at the moment. And we can activate end step and cycle this Master of Death and Serum Powder. And then if we hit a green card, we'll have Force of Vigor on whatever artifacts they've got. And basically the game plan is to waste through all their mana and tabernacle their orc. It might not be a game plan that works. Do I want to respond to that? I think I will. It's not a green card. I know I discarded the thing there, the master, and I could have held it, but then I'd be discarding the vigor or the echoing deeps or the force of will, all of which I think have like an amount of text. We'll still cast this, and then we take 2. The trigger resolves. Our root roller dies. It's Wasteland, Urza Saga. And then play Echoing Deeps as a copy of Wasteland. And then they have to choose both or none. They're going for both. Okay. No plays just yet. They get in for 2. We activate post. Combat so that we're not taking a billion. So end step will activate. Force of Will or Bazaar of Baghdad. Guess it's got to be Force of Will, just in case we get wastelanded at some point in the future. So they've now got a 4/4. We're at 10, going to 8. We're going to wasteland their Tellurian Academy, and then they're going to have a decision to make on whether they want a 4/4 to kill me in 2 turns, or an Orcish Bowmasters. So we'll wasteland Tellurian Academy, play a Strip Mine, and pass. And see what they pay for here. I think this is kind of actually interesting. Whether they pay for the army or whether they pay for the bowman. No, bowman's still better. So, cool. They draw a polluted delta. Immediately fetch, that's interesting. Get a volcanic island. Cast a pithing needle. So I'm going to activate my Bazaar in response. Ugh. Green cards are hard to come by, apparently. And then what do I do after that? So do I guess I just have to waste the volcanic in response and see what they name. Now they name Bazaar of Baghdad. Maybe giving them a choice is bad. Alright. So the lizard dies. Yeah, I do want my masters back. Maybe I just want one of them. Yeah, maybe one's fine. Green card? Green card at last. We'll let them tap their mana. Okay. Mox Pearl. Kill these two. Do you have a Force of Will? No. Okay. Main phase. Do you have another land? And we win the match. Fuck me dead. That was a sick one. Yeah, cool. Wow. Just ground it through. We sideboarded wrong for the matchup as well. We wanted to have the Furies and the Furies in here for the Bowman, but just grinding through that Tabernacle with the 2 Echoing Deeps was really quite dope there. Just in time as well. So I'll see you for round number 2. Okay, so round 2, we're up against CFT Sock. Most recently seen end of November on a dual list. We've got 7 cards. We're on the play. Bazaar of Baghdad. Yada yada yada. I think this is a bizarre go hand if ever I saw one, to be honest with you. Vengevine is our green card. Master of Death is a good discard, but it's also a good pitch card. So yeah, we'll see how we get on, because yeah, Mishra's Workshop. Soul Ring is fine. Into the One Ring. So we'll activate in response. Squee. Vengevine. Powder. And then we'll do Negation Pitching Master, I think. Negation Pitching Master of Death. Do you have Force behind? Yes, that's annoying. Ghostly Flicker, holy fuck. Haven't seen that one in a while. Cool, so they get protection, we get our Squee back. The One Ring puts us very far behind. They are under the protection of the ring this turn, so draw a step, hollow one. I'm going to activate here because even just putting creatures into play this turn is fine. So yeah, we'll discard Lizard, Squee. I know we don't get the One Ring, we don't get the damage in, but it means we're attacking for more next turn. We've got permission as well, which we wanted to draw to. There's no duel, so there's no point in attacking. They've got 4 cards in hand, but they are going to go up to 7 once they've activated their One Ring. So I think we're losing, but I think we've done what we can. Unfortunate that they had the Force of Will behind, but I guess Ghostly Flicker is a good way to up your blue count in such a spot. Long term, we have got 2 squeeze going. If we are able to find a couple of turns, say they've just got colourless cards and they go for a duel here or something. So leads on Trinosphere, which we have to fight, otherwise we die. So Trinosphere got through. The Force got through on the Trinosphere. It's just, do they have like Workshop Mox duel to kill us with? No, is the issue. It's an Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb casts another One Ring. So this is how they get us these days, is by chaining these One Rings. Pre-One Ring, this matchup was not a buy, but it was very good. And yeah, chaining One Rings makes life a lot harder for us. So we're going to activate. We'll discard. Maybe actually I want to just keep the Vengevines. Not the Vengevine, yeah, the Vigor and the Vine up. Just to get some Bink equity in there. Obviously we can't destroy their One Ring, but we might be able to take a jewel or something off the stack. Ghostly Flicker makes that harder, but you know. So Grim Monolith. It'd also fight a PO as well, wouldn't it? Quite nicely. They just pick up a One Ring, which I say just. That'd be horrific for us, but so 3 mana into another Grim. Have you found a blue source? So this is a Metamorph coming down here, which we will let through. Do you turn that into another One Ring? No, you turn that into a Monolith. 7 mana total. And an Academy, sure. So we're going to die. We will Vigor this and one of the Monoliths, I guess. I don't know what, they draw 3 cards. So we're taking out we're aiming at the Metamorph, because that's obviously better than just a Monolith. But they've got 3 cards in hand. They're going to have protection again. They're going to draw 3 cards here. Oh, they're POing over the top of that. Sure, I'm going to spin just to get the maximum F6 equity in there whilst they kill us. So, no, this game's just so exceptionally over. I don't feel like sitting through it. Let's go to the next one. And as I said earlier, we did pre-board against Jewel, so that's worked out well. I'll bring the snap back, and I'll cut a Noxious Revival. And then press submit. Alright, so we're back for game 2 against CFT Sock. This is a mulligan. This is a keep. Oh, holy shit. So, we'll keep this. I guess we just bottom Vengevine. Done. And Bazaar and go. This is fun. So, we've got some big commandeer equity here. The issue with all the commandeer equity, though, is that negation pitch blue card, negation pitch blue card. Mindbreak Trap is like pretty top tier nonsense, isn't it? 1, 2. Go Monolith, yeah. Yep. Sphere of Resistance. I'm fine, actually. Urza's Saga. Okay, so we've got to come up with an answer to Urza's Saga. The One Ring. They've got no cards in hand. We're doing it, kids. I'm going to discard both the negations. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's gone. Oh, well. So now I control that. And it's mine. Gaming. Yeah, that was dope. We might still lose. They have an Urza's Saga. No, they don't. We have to kill them before this ring kills us, because we can't pull that off again. But this should make it fun, at least. Whee! Oh, I'm so bad at this game. And this is my upkeep as well. Fuck me dead. Right. Wasteland, your Urza Saga, cast a Chalice of the Void. We're just out here really clicking buttons, aren't we? Good grief, Josh. Never mind. Like, even top deck PO doesn't get them out of it. Manifold Key, sure. Right, let's... So it's my turn. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our 2 damage. We're going to do everything that we normally would. Oh my god, that was some real button clicking. Right, it's my main phase. Now I activate the 1 ring and get 1 billion cards. Now I activate Bazaar of Baghdad. Oh yeah, this is sick. And we discard Lizard, Squee. They can never resolve a spell. And we just... Oh, that was great fun. That was great fun. Exactly how we drew it up in deck building as well. I'm still not claiming that this card is good, but fuck me dead, it was fun. And now we've just got triple force. Or double force. Yeah. I do win. Right, so game 3, I'm not going to sideboard any differently. I'm just going to keep it as it is. All the blue cards, all the nonsense. What a sick game. Straight in, very nice. Okay, so just max pressure on this hand. We've got a Vigor. What have they got? Workshop. Grim Monolith. Do you have a 1 ring? Or is it just a pass the turn situation? You can't be, that can't be it, right? Mox Opal. Okay. Sphere of Resistance. Well, I'm going to Vigor the other 2. In response. I've got no plays now. You got 2 mana left over and it wasn't a needle, so Bazaar, spin it. Can't cast the Lizard. Can cast the triple hollow one. You'll go. Back to us and we wasteland them and win. We win the match. Perfect. So pretty big commandeer gaming there into the fucking world. Very lucky that their opening hand in game 3 was pretty anemic, right? Like turn 1 Sphere of Resistance isn't particularly I don't know, threatening. Well, it is, but it wasn't threatening against our hand, so I think we're just lucky that it lined up so well. Man, yeah, commandeer your 1 ring. Amazing. Okay, so round 3. You're up against Not Me. Last time I played against them, they were on duel and they walked all over me. This time they've revealed a Lurus of the Dream Dent, and we'll keep this. Okay, so Not Me is on the play, which is a bit annoying. Cool, Not Me's on the play. I've got 7 cards, one of them is Bizarre. It's gone well so far, and now I'm tuned in. So, they've revealed a Lurus. Polluted Delta, and pass. Well, that's a... Tell me you've got a wasteland without telling me you've got a wasteland, good lord. So, we're just going to Bizarre, and hope to hit a hollow one, or a Noxious. Okay, so Vengevine, Powder, Squee are all going to go away. And I'm expecting this is going to be a game in which neither of us have any lands all of the time. So let's see how we get on with that as a general plan. No fetch. Takes the draw step. Without activating the Delta. Hiding whether they're on the blue or white version. And then some sort of thinking after taking a draw step. Delta Go is interesting. It makes me think that it's like either it's like mono wastelands or they've got a Lavinia or a Bowmaster that they just want to get to. I mean, that's probably true most of the time anyway, but apparently this is a difficult decision on where to go and what to do. So or maybe they're just on a breach list and they're trying to work out where they can go and how far they can get. Or they've gone to make a cup of tea. I don't know. Oh, we've got a strip mine. There we go. Cool. Not shocked in the slightest by that one. Depending on what we draw, I might be tempted to hold the wastelands back. So I get my squee back. Maybe that's an interesting spot actually, because if wasteland's your only land and you're holding a Bowmaster, then it's a case of how face up do you want to be about that, right? So that's another lizard. So we'll hold the wasteland to discard the squee to hand size, which means we'll be reanimating on end step next turn. Provided they don't do anything that makes us want to force of will them. Motherfucker. Okay. Saga's fine. Saga's we've got covered for a while. So we'll delay the reanimate plan because we can't beat a construct. Let's wasteland them. They float a mana. Cycle Lorien. That's fine. Like, their islands are good and everything, but what did they get actually? A Tundra. Interesting. Okay. So we're discarding Squee again. Tundra comes down. Do we want to wasteland that Tundra? I don't think so. I think I want to hold. No, because I'm reanimating this turn, aren't I? Yeah. I'm on 9 cards, so we're just going to go to end step. And then we've got double Force of Will on our end step. So we should be able to beat a... if this is Containment Priest, that'd be bloody annoying. No, it's a Underground Sea. Gets a Bowmaster. Bowmaster's fine. I'm not activating a Bazaar. The triggers miss my 2 lizards. This reanimates a Vengevine. And now I can start fighting over your spells. So I think that was the decision that they had on turn 2 there. Was, do I play Strip Mine and pass the turn with a Bowman in hand and just we stare off at each other for ages? Or do they... yeah. Or do they just Strip Mine me and draw more lands? Interesting. Wasteland is fine. I've got no lands anyway. So I wonder which one I go after. Probably Underground Sea first. Because then they have to show me the Bowman. Okay, no, we've got some spells. Plow on me. Vengevine. I'm going to Force of Will the Plow. And they force back, pitching, Brainstorm. And now I think I'll Force of Will the Plow. And if they got a Flusterstorm, then congratulations. But we've now depleted a bunch of resources out of each player. Don't yield through this turn. Oh, good grief, Josh. I wanted to wasteland pre-combat, because if they've got another Bowmaster, it's very annoying. No, they don't have one. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. I clicked the wrong button. And now I think I'll wasteland the Tundra. Alright, and now click the correct button. They've got 2 cards in hand. Underground Sea. Go by Luris, I guess. Yeah. And this is where it gets problematic. Strip Mine your Underground Sea. Attack for 6. I hope you don't have another land. So, army token trades off with a lizard. Opponent goes to 9. If they've got another land, then it's probably game. If they don't have another land or another Bowmaster, then we're gaming, sort of thing. That's a Noxious Revival. So do we Noxious like a... Oh, no, I don't want Noxious on top of that. They've got another Bowman. That's really quite annoying. So now they block and trade with the Vengevine. So I think I've got to... they're holding a Lurus, so I'm just going to do this now. I'm just going to sorcery speed, put a Bazaar on top of my deck, because I'm guaranteed to reanimate next turn, and any other further future Vengevines I hit is great. If they can miss this turn, that would be grand. They've walked, that's not grand. Getting for that 1 point of damage. Mishra's Bauble. Target yourself. Manifold Key. That's still not a land. It means that they're not drawing Bowmasters this turn as well. So we play a Bazaar of Baghdad. Our Lizard dies, they get 2/2. Can't envision Mind Break Trap being live, so we'll just hold the negation in case we hit another blue card. Lizard dies, we get pinged. We cast this guy. We cast this guy and reanimate the Vengevine. And then they've got a Wasteland, so they've got a Wasteland that I don't actually think they can activate, to be honest with you, against this board. Unless their top card's like Lorien revealed. And their second card is Plough. I don't know. So just take the 4. It was another Bauble. They're targeting me this time. Tundra into Lurus, into Bauble. And this is where it starts to fall apart usually. So no cards in hand, but they're going to be on 2 cards in hand by the time we get the turn back. I'm attacking with 2 lethal blockers though. So they just block. Yeah, no, this is tough. I've got like no main deck removal, right? So attack with both Wasteland, you'll see. You block Bowman and Orc Army, or do you trade Lurus and Bowman and Orc Army? I actually get an activation in here because the Orc's dead. Discard Powder, Squee, Negation. Or Vigor. I guess Negation of Vigor. What? I meant to discard the green one. Now I'm going to go after the C here and try and keep them off Bowmaster mana. So, your turn. 3 cards in hand after the draw step, because they drew 2 off Baubles in my turn. They play another Bauble. And I've let them Wasteland me here, just because I'm trying to just like really pressure them into awkward blocks and stuff. As a Saga is not a black source this turn. Well done on discarding the Vigor. That was clever. I mean, if they've drawn a Plough, it's probably over, but I don't know, our spot looks reasonable. If we can just And I think one of the difficulties that they've had this game is that our mono strip mines at the beginning of the game made it so that they never had the luxury of loads of mana. Obviously they got to 3 twice, but that was about it. This is the third time they're at 3, so yeah. Draw a step. For some negation. I'm going to attack first. I'm not going to attack with the lizard. No, I think I can attack with the lizard. Or maybe I can't attack with the lizard, actually. Okay, so Lurrus trades off. They go to 2. We'll activate the Bazaar. Lizard, Squee, negation, holding up Force of Will. We've got 2 lethal blockers. They've got 1 creature. Lauren revealed cycles. For what? Did they just get that, or did they just miss? I don't know. Reveals Underground Sea. Holy fuck, I hate this matchup. Okay, so we win after a while, turn 12. That was quite the marathon. I'm going to bring in what I want to bring in, and then I'm going to trim from there. Like, these are the cards that I like. Commandeer is bad. Chalice is bad. Mindbreak Traps are questionable, but they are blue. That would leave me with 6 more cuts. I think just 2 Echoing Deeps is fine. Then I think I'm going to split the Furies. No, I'm just going to drop the Caracas completely. I know they've got Lurrus and shit. Maybe we just... what else can we trim? We can probably trim Green Lizard, I guess, in exchange for a single Caracas. What have we done here then? So we've got Echoing Deeps, which are additional wastelands and additional bazaars. Caracas gives us out to Lavinia. Just 1 though. Mindbreak Trap's just never on. So I'm actually going to bring in another Fury. I'm going to drop another Mindbreak Trap. This might be bad, but I'm just going to try and max out on all this nonsense over here. As much as I think I can. Vigors are good against Sagas. 3 Furies and a Caracas, or 2 Caracas and 2 Furies? I think I'm going to do triple Fury. And the reason I'm going to do triple Fury is because Fury lines up nicely against a Bowmaster in 1 activation. So if you activate into a Bowmaster, you can kill the token and the Bowman itself whilst reanimating a Vengevine sort of thing. So it kind of clears their board. The 1 Caracas might be a mistake, but what are you going to do? Easy powder over here as well. And then a mulligan. And then another mulligan. As I always say, on the draw is when you want a mulligan really low. But now we go to 4 cards. Now we powder. We'll keep Vengevine, Hollow on Squee. We'll mulligan to 3. Keep 2 cards. Put 4 cards on the bottom of your library. Okay, so I'm going to put Master of Death, Lizard, Lizard, Force of Negation. I'm keeping the Squee because it kills the creatures. That's a Mox Emerald. I'm keeping a Squee. Okay, so they just got a what's his cock? Bowmaster. Bowmaster or Containment Priest, I guess, is the joke. We're still going to play into it. Oh my word, you completely got me by surprise. So Bowmaster comes down, that's fine. So mulliganed once anyway as well. So we'd like to hit a Fury off of this activation. We did not. Squee, Force of Will, Master of Death. They hit us for 2. Ouch. And they've got a 3/3. And we'll cast a hollow one. So over to the opponent. Obviously this is going to be a difficult game because we've gone low on cards. And they've got a Saga as well. So Serum Powder. Now I'm just going to attack them. We are extraordinarily far behind. Another Bowmaster. Okay. So Bowmaster's going to ping us. We're going to trade. They've got 2 cards in hand. So we're going to activate Bazaar of Baghdad, and what we're going to draw is going to be Wasteland Fury. Okay. No. Cool. So let's go to the next one. I'm conceding there because the Saga's getting for 2. They've got a 4/4. We're at 11, and we're just exceptionally fucking dead. Is my assessment of that spot. Do I want Chalice back on the play? I don't think so. Do I want Fury over an Echoing Deeps? I also don't think so. I think I'm kind of happy with where I'm at. It's not ideal. The matchup's not fantastic, in my opinion. I think we're doing okay. So Bazaar, some pressure of Fury. We'll keep this. Bazaar. Vengevine, please. No. So just 3 lizards, I guess. Yeah. I could have held a lizard. And discarded a powder. Possibility that was better. Black Lotus, I'm going to fight. That gets through. Mox Sapphire. Underground Sea. Bowmaster, sure. So kill one of our dudes. It's another lizard. So I'm going to activate. I'm going to Fury pitching Fury here. Hope for no Force of Will. That's no Force of Will. Your creatures are dead. And now we're going to spin for another Vengevine. And that's why I've held this lizard. There's a Vengevine. We attack for 6. They could have a tabernacle or something which would completely neutralize this, but they do have it. Cool. If they're playing a tabernacle off of a vamp this turn, they're not playing a bowmaster, right? Unless they've got a jet. So all of our creatures die. And now we need to find some squeeze to get back into this before they find some wastelands. Noxious Revival. Not really what I'm looking for, I don't think. Exactly what I'm looking for, apparently. Yeah, let's just hold the revival and pass back, and I think we're now a long way behind them. They've still got 3 cards. If they've got a land drop, they'll have access to Lurus this turn. They've got a Wasteland. Wasteland my Bazaar. I'm going to Noxious my Bazaar. That gets through. We'll play Bazaar of Baghdad, and we'll activate on their upkeep. Lauren revealed. Okay. What did you reveal? You revealed a Tundra. Okay, so we'll activate on our end step, I guess. No, because we can't reanimate anything, right? So let's just activate upkeep in case, so we can eat their Bowmaster mana on their turn, not on. Echoing Deeps and a Lizard. Neither of those are squeeze. Wasteland me again, sure. So now we're exceptionally dead. Well, our Lizard certainly is. Nope. We've got no cards in hand, no permanents in play. It's their turn 5. There's a Saga. Yeah. That's probably going to do us in here. Cool. So that's going to be the match here. We're going to go down to not me, taking us to 2-1 in the tournament overall. But yeah, I'll see you for round 4. Okie dokie, round 4. We're up against Montolio, who's been on Squee recently, however, has also been mixing it up a bit in their videos that they post on, I think their YouTube channel is Andy Marketon or Montolio, one of those two, but highly recommend for other good Bazaar content. Some might even say the best Bazaar content, who knows. But yeah, I would definitely check them out. Vintage Expert, Vintage Master, yada yada yada. So the interesting thing here is that I know he's been off of Squee for some videos, but I know that he'll probably peg me on Squee as well. So the big question here is, how good is this Chalice of the Void? Right, so depending on what we draw, I mean, I've got so much good discard equity at the moment that it's probably just free to put it into play. I mean, like, hey, look at my Vengevine. Yeah, I'm not going to lose too much from putting a Chalice into play and just playing it safe, am I? This is when we find out, though, if they're Noxious in response to this trigger. Nope. Okay, so we will be playing the Chalice out just in case. I think. So yeah, my hand has got nothing else going on, right? So what? Yeah, I guess there's no reason to lose to nonsense right now, so I'm going to play it. And my hand's just mono discards anyway, apart from the traps, so should be fine. Let's find out if they are still on Bazaar or not. Strip mine. Inconclusive, but likely. So I think Force of Will's up there as one of my good draws at the moment. It's just a lizard, so we just get him for 6. And we hope that their follow-up turn is not too insane. Foil Bazaar of Baghdad. What have we got? I moved this so that I could see what goes onto the stack, but this is in fact the stack. I think if they're stripping there, then they... Well, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, how many hollow ones is this? Good grief. 0? He really? Oh, dearie me, that's going to be... There's a lot of work to do next turn on their activation. I'm just all in on this though. I've got nothing else going on. So another Bazaar activation. They did make a Vengevine last turn. I've got no main deck Furies or removal at all. So the board is the board in this for us in this instance. I don't know what Andy will have. I think he's been on snapbacks pre-board, pyrokinesis post-board recently. So it's one lizard. Yep. We've got a hollow one as well. Another Bazaar spin. Wow. And another lizard with a Vengevine, which means the boards trade off and then I'm behind. Does he feel like he can get him for 4? He's thinking about it, but no, declines. Main phase, no plays. Okay, back to us. Top deck Bazaar of Baghdad, please. Force of Will. Okay. So if I send with everything, he gets to leave a Vengevine in play. So we can just trade off the board, or we can leave the Vengevines and have a lizard left over, is that right? Chump chump, take 1, something like that. I think I'm just going to send with the vine. Alright, so I attack like this. He can chump lizard here, eat 1, trade. That way we've both got Vengevines. Or you can just trade off the whole board. Blocks, blocks, blocks. Cool. Picks up the master, so no longer can play Missteps and Noxious should we ever get back onto a Bazaar. It's a lizard. Okay. And a hollow one. I'm going to force the hollow one. Pitching the master. Activates another bazaar. I feel like if we're activating bazaar, we should not cast the hollow one. It's fine. Passes. Cool. So we take 4, and the reason I forced there is because I don't think the slow dredge is getting me there. And I feel like I'm just top decking bazaar in the next couple of turns. And if I do top deck a bazaar, then I've probably got a decent shot at bringing back 2 creatures. Bring back 2 vines. Yeah, that's fine. Declines, interesting. Oh man, this Force of Vigor is really annoying. I think we are lost here. There we go. The second activation is with the... Let's try and get back another Vengevine. 2 lizards, no vines. That's okay. That's okay. No hollow ones. We take 6, going down to less life points than we've currently got. And we are not dead next turn just yet. So, bazaar from the top rope, please. Nope. Set a bazaar next turn. Does that get me out of this? Yeah. So I do have to play another round. Yeah, that strip mine just bodied us. We never saw a wasteland, and our early pressure wasn't quite enough. And that's typically how this matchup plays out, is that you... Yeah, and I think he's just going to be wide enough at this point that even if I do draw bazaar, I'm not going to be able to get wide enough myself. I get a 1. Although, what's interesting about this attack, though, is if I top deck bazaar and reanimate, I just win, right? I think it's supposed to hold back a lizard there. It's the same. Never mind. Didn't matter. So 4 Fury, 4 Surgical, 4 Echoing Deeps, probably a snapback. Hey, come back. Why did it snap back over there? But right. Chalice is bad. Commandeer is bad. Negations are unplayably bad. Mind break traps are bad. Misstep is the best card in the matchup. I'm going to drop a snapback. I need 2 more cuts. Vigor can be 1. Oh, Vigor can't be 1. Okay, I'm going to cut Force of Will. And I'm pretty sure Andy's on ley lines at the moment, so I can't be... I'll cut a blue squee. I can't be cutting Vigors whilst there's a chance he can be on ley lines. If he shows me that he's on surgicals, then fantastic, right? But we're bringing in all the deeps, because now I've got like 7 bazaars or whatever. Or like, well, 8 bazaars, because I can bink his, so... Let's hope that that pans out. But yeah, Andy's been on the ley lines recently. I am going to powder this. Alright, I don't need Echoing Deep, so I've got fucking 3 of them anyway. So we'll keep there's a ley line. Okay. Ley line's fine. We'll play a bazaar. We'll pass the turn and then we'll upkeep vigor. Don't know why I'm upkeeping the vigor actually. I should probably wait because but then he can't sculpt. I don't know, yeah, because like usually it's upkeep because then we can activate now. Triple squee, pay me. Yeah, that's interesting actually when I'm supposed to do that. So triple squee, triple bazaar should be good. Draw step, no action. So no surgicals. We'll play another bazaar. We'll discard 3 squeeze again and pass. And now we've got our own wasteland surgical combo. It's just what's the pressure that Andy's got to go with it. Two squeeze, 1 lizard. Okay. Okay, yeah. Sorry. 2 squeeze, 1 lizard, no hollow ones. Or no hollow ones just yet. Yeah, no hollow ones, cool. So we are going to get to pick up all of our boys and then do some wasteland surgicaling on that bazaar. That bazaar of Baghdad over there. Let's activate first so see how far we can get ourselves. Squee. And now I'm going to strip mine. Your bazaar of Baghdad. Oh, he's gone for it now. I'm going to surgical in response. He's got 2 of them. Okay, so that doesn't get through. So I'm actually going to top. Am I going to top something? So I can give him the bazaars and just run back to the same gambit next turn. Or I can just top the ley line and I get a whole free turn to deploy another bazaar of Baghdad. I think it's fine. I think holding Noxious as a counter spell to possible surgicals from over there. I don't think he's got any surgicals, but the fact that I've got counter spells for surgicals in Noxious Revival is good. That was my draw step stop that I no longer need. Play a bazaar. Land drop's already gone, so that's good for us. I'm going to very likely top the surgical. Triple squee. Okay. Attacks for 1. I'm going to top my surgical. I'm going to get back all my squeeze. And then activate Bazaar of Baghdad and Wasteland. Surgical again. Oh, 2 surgicals this time. So squee, squee, squee. Wasteland you. Four cards in hand for the opponent. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, so where they've not fired it off, I assume we're fine to do this. Basking root will have force of vigor, force of will. And then what's the sideboard? 2 surgicals, 4 ley lines, 2 furies, 2 pyros, 1 ghost quarter as additional hate. And I think so this can put him to 8 cards in hand. Okay. Do I want to just take the squeeze away just so you're so far away from deploying more threats? I think so. Just get rid of these. And then now he's got to draw for a few more turns. And I get completely... I get loads of time now, basically. So, back to Andy. I should have draw stepped this, but... And then we know the hand is Vigor, Lizard, Rootwaller, and yeah, he's giving it up. Triple Squee and Bazaar on my side if he's not drawn a Wasteland. It's pretty rough. So, going to game 3, we'll be on the draw this time, which is one of those interesting ones, depending on how it shakes out. Sometimes the draw is like a massive fucking advantage. It's too dangerous to take the draw, but just you're the person who gets to respond, so you get to see what they've played, see if you need to, you know, push your Bazaar or whether you need to just fight their Bazaar for a while, that sort of thing. I'm pretty happy with the setup, so let's just plough straight into game 3, I guess. Okay, so game 3 we've got something resembling the world. Oh no, scrap that. Scratch that. So, as long as they don't come with something too busted. Okay, so that I think I can fight against. I'm going to take some damage at first. And then I'm going to play some creatures. I could have surgicaled the Vengevine there, obviously. But I'm going after the Bazaar of Baghdad's. Oh, Hollow One's a problem. So now I wish I'd done the other play. Because taking 10 next turn is an aggressive amount of damage. Huh. Okay, so... Bazaar. Activate Bazaar. I could really have done with a Vigor there. Yeah, maybe Surgicling Bazaar, Surgicling Thingamabob was better. Because now I've got these 2 Surgicals that I can't cast. Just to be in the game, sort of thing. If he's just got a Vigor green card, it's over. Nope. Bazaar comes in. Yeah, no, I've played this. Because going to 6 is so hard. So if I get wastelanded now, it's just over. And this is the spot where it's bad to be on the draw, right? Is when they have the 10 power on turn 1. If it's just how the rest of the games had gone, when neither of us were particularly threatening on 1. Like 6 damage a turn's fine. We can come back from that. I'm going to trade with the hollow one. Do I want to chump block? Or do I want to just trade with the lizard? I guess chump blocking is fine. Have you got the wasteland? Library of Alexandria, what a baller. So, activate Bazaar. Discarding Lizard. Vengevine. Echoing Deeps. Okay. Cast with Madness. Strip mine. Strip mine your Bazaar of Baghdad. Oh, it's 2 surgicals to take this fight. I'm not convinced I've played this game very well. Squee Lizard. Just because I'm just realising now that I could have also surgicaled that Vengevine if I'd wanted. Okay, so now I've got the Bazaar superiority. I just don't have the board. So I'm going to chump block. Squee is a good draw. Hollow one's a better draw. So hollow one. Root Waller. Squee. Misstep, I guess. No, I want to hold the Squee. So I'm just going to discard Misstep. Echoing Deeps. I'm going to cast a Lizard. Squee Lizard, cool. I'm going to cast a hollow one. And now we're just on like a top decked Fury to be back into this game. I know we've gone through a lot of our deeps, 2 of them. I'm going to trade a Lizard. I'm going to trade a hollow one. We've gone for the red Lizard here because we can surgical the other Lizard if we want to in the future. Well, I don't have much time to be surgicaling Lizards actually. Oh, thank God. Yeah. Let's just cast this and I don't know if I'm surgicaling something. Die. How many lizards have I been through? Where's my exile zone? 1, 2, 3. What does it matter? Oh, well, it means I can get a better activation next turn. So I think I just hold. How many cards has he got? He's got 4 cards, so we're 3 turns away from the library. No plays. Lizard, perfect. Activate, because I want to find a hollow one. Bazaar. Yeah, that's fine by me. I'm just going to take the Bazaar and give it a whirl for more lizards. What's another lizard? So there's a Vengevine in the graveyard at the moment. So we will need to find another surgical. You can't find a Bazaar of Baghdad. I need to find a wasteland this turn. There's a wasteland. Rip. Yeah, so I could have just surgical that Vengevine, couldn't I? But then I was worried about my life total. Wasteland. Do you waste Bazaar? Yeah. Draw step. Fury's pretty big game. So he's only reanimating end step at this point though, so I can attack for 3 and hold. I don't know why I was so worried about going down to 3 life. I'm not sure what was going through my mind at that point. Because the big game thing there was to take your Vengevines, and you can never do this whole line of play. So you've got to assume he's drawn another lizard by now. Yeah. I don't think I have the luxury to spin for a surgical at this point. I think I fucked that bit up. Force of Vigor. Force of Vigor. Gain access to my graveyard. Probably a bit late on that front. Let's just activate the Bazaar of Baghdad. Oh my fuck. I could have run into that. So what do I do? What do I do? So I mean, if I lose the Bazaar, it's such a travesty. How many Bazaars have I have? I've got 1 in play, 1 in exile, 1 in hand, en route to exile, so 1 left. There's no Bazaars left in the game for Echoing Deeps, at which point I'm really far behind because he's got the library. So I could keep Fury Surgical, triple block, take 2, I'm at 1. Oh my god, I'm on 6 minutes of clock as well, fuck me. I really needed a red card here. The Lizard's easy, which makes the Vigor easy. And then it's one of these 3. And I think life total's so difficult, it's got to be the surgical. I think that's where I'm at the moment. And there's a chance we discard this Bazaar next turn as well. I don't know why I didn't surgical that Vengevine earlier when I had the chance to. So was I trying to keep cards in hand? For something? Wasteland, yeah. I think I just chump block with one lizard. Because triple blocking's so bad if he's got pyrokinesis and I just never see. It's just attack with everything and the game's over. So he doesn't have pyrokinesis if he's attacking without doing that. No attacks. I'm just going to pass and not expose the Bazaar. I can't get onto it this turn. Onto the Fury, I mean. We're dead to pyrokinesis at any moment. I made this so bad. Oh damn! Right, so I was just for some reason randomly scared of a card that couldn't kill me. Like I was scared of going to 3 by searching the Vengevine, but then if the Vengevines are gone, then it doesn't matter. Yeah. I think that's what happened in my mind. I'd have to look back. I've already forgotten what happened in this game. 10 cards in hand could mean another Vine as well, which is going to be Leyline, Squeeze. That's not another Vine. That's a Fury. So let's cast this by exiling Fury. Oh, Force of Will. The Force of Will comes in clutch. Force pitching Master of Death. Okay. And the Squeeze back onto the library. Library is so much fun in this deck. It's been a while since I played it, but what a hoot. Do I want to go for the triple, or do I just want to trade off lizards? I think we can just trade off lizards. Chump block. Draw to hollow one next turn. Squee. Bazaar. One. That's what am I drawing to? 2 Squeeze. 0 Furies. 1 Lizard. So I've got like 3 red cards left. And I've got a spin at a hollow one to chump block with. But no, we've been kind of worked here. But top of our deck as a red card would be pretty big game, I think. And the lethal lizard. It's not a red card. So, lizard hollow one. To keep playing? No. Good games. We lose. Alright, so yeah, I'm just looking back at the game, and it's this spot here, which is the haunting spot. I've just top decked. We've just traded off Hollow On and Lizard for Vengevine and Lizard, and I'm not doing anything. And I just Fury the board, and then don't Surgical the Vengevine. I know you guys just watched this, but I'm just looking it back. And I think my logic is that I'm trying to get back onto my Bazaar, but I don't have a library. I don't have a graveyard. I'm really unsure about. Well, it's just categorically wrong. It's just horrific. I can go to 3. It doesn't make a difference. I don't have Master of Deaths in my deck or in play. So what do I do here that makes me discard this? Then I draw a Wasteland or a second Bazaar. Sure. We didn't ponder that very long. That wasn't very clever. Yeah, no, just completely. My life total doesn't matter if I'm exiling the Vengevines, right? Because I always have a whole turn to think about what they're doing. I mean, I do anyway, but... Oh, massively punty. Sorry about that. Oh, I pressed the wrong stop button. Okay, so round 5, up against Janky B, who's revealed Lurus. It's our 3rd Lurus matchup of the day. It's pretty savage, if that's the case. But I'm out of pills. We'll keep. Force of Will, Master of Death, Mindbreak Trap, Bazaar, and some other nonsense. Seems great. Volcanic Island. Okay, so into Ragavan. Unfortunate. So what I really want is a Bazaar or a Noxious Revival, or 2 Vengevines. One's fine. I don't have any Furies. I don't need Vigors. Yeah, alright, these are my creatures. I think this is the very big reason why you're not allowed to actually play Ragavan in Vintage. The format's already quite creature-centric, and then, you know, Bazaar is a portion of this format, and that portion of the format plays a shit ton of random 1/1s, and then the best Lurus decks have, like, or some of the best decks have Bowmasters, right? And then if you're against duels and you attack into them and you exile expensive spells from the top of their deck. This is my Hollow One. No thoughts on Hollow One. Okay, cool. So I do like Ragavan against us because it's just the vast majority of the time it's 1 mana discard a card. Right. That said, they could quite easily go Underground Sea into Bowmaster or some shit like that. Maybe it's Jeskai Lurus and they're going to get a Tundra and cast a Lavinia. Lavinia is in the graveyard. So, what should we do? Let's activate, because I'm kind of interested in more Force of Wills. Right, okay. And now we'll attack with everyone? No. We'll attack with these lot. No blocks, cool. And now we'll strip mine the Tundra. And it's your go. And now what? Oh my god, that was weird as fuck. Didn't even come into play. Another Tundra. Does that mean we're getting ploughed? Plough on Blazing. Plough on Vengevine. Interesting. Sleight of hand. Is that the cantrip they've got to use? Because otherwise a Bowmaster triggers on Ragavan. I mean, Ragavan's got a chump block this turn anyway. Let's activate the Bazaar. What do we even care about? Nothing. So Ragavan is forced to block the Hollow One. They go to 3. We wasteland the Tundra. Life continues on. Your go. Paying costs. No. We win. Alright, so 2 deeps, 2 Caracas, Commandeer can go, Mindbreak Trap can go, Chalice on the draw can go, 1 red Squee can go. Let's try that first time round. Actually, if I get the chance, I'm going to put in 2 Furies as well. Over a Mindbreak Trap. And a Force of Vigor. And that's going to be for post-board Containment Priests, if that's submitted. No, I didn't press submit in time, so we don't have Furies. We've just got this beautiful Caracas, which is going straight to exile. So that's cool. Bye. Down to 6. Down to 5. Keep. Squee. And Vengevine. That's what I declare. Volcanic Island to Ragavan again. I'm going to get worked by... Oh, well, just click on through. Why don't you? Jesus Christ. Huzzah. Give it a spin. Lizard, powder. Master of Death. Sorry, I clicked through that fucking crypt. Flooded Strand. Makes it a Lavinia, I guess. Spreading Seas. Huh. Right. Yep. Draw. It's a Force of Will, so we'll hang fire there for a moment. Red Horde Arcanist. Let's counter it. Wasteland. You're not activating your Wasteland. You are, okay. You activating your crypt as well? No? I'll have a Bazaar of Baghdad. Opponent's got 2 cards in hand. This game would have been simultaneously easier and harder if I hadn't clicked through that Tormod's Crypt. Oh. Strip mine. Strip mine me. Okay, so that's a Master of Death. So we just keep on clicking. And then I'm not sure what our long-term game plan is here other than to draw another Deeps or a Bazaar. Or another Noxious. Just anything that gets me back online. Dreadhorde is fine. They've got 1 card in hand. Could be a Tabernacle. Could be another Wasteland. So Arcanist is going to get in and it's going to get the Preordained, but that's the only card that they've got at the moment. So that's a thing. Not, yeah, other than just drawing Bazaar of Baghdad, I'm not sure what sort of plans we can have at the moment. We go to 17. They can buy Luris at some point. Lavinia. Lavinia probably kills us. Let's take a draw step and then concede. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I can just... I can't. There's Lavinia. Cool. Yeah, let's just go to the next one. Alright. I want Furies as well. I want 0 mind break traps. I want an additional echoing deeps. I'm not quite... Oh no, I want another Fury. I'm not quite ready to ditch the Vigors just because they've probably got needles. Let's powder this hand away. Bizarre, Vengevine, yada yada yada. Cool. Okay, so we've got some threats. We need to hope that there's no turn 1 Tabernacle over the other side. I imagine there's somewhere in the world a combination of cards that means I don't play my hollow one. But I don't know what that is at the moment. I'd have to see it and then find the line anyway. But it's something to always be aware of, as whether you want to play completely into their game. But we missed on reanimating the Vengevine anyway. So we're going to present our threat before we get interacted with. A think and then a no-go on the hollow one. So either they're holding Plough or they're holding Wasteland, something like that, or Tabernacle or something. I'm going to fight the Lotus. It's worked twice so far today, fighting the Lotus. See, I'm pretty sure they've got some interaction because they thought on the hollow one, now they're having a deep think here. Maybe it's one of those spots where it's like pitch Lavinia. Yeah. Pitch Mental Mister. Okay. If you got like disposables like that, I feel like it should be... I don't know that hand, to be honest with you, but... So that's Preordain, 2 mana floating from the opponent, 4 cards in hand. A Brainstorm. Maybe they're holding the Lavinia and they're just looking for a white source or some shit. Like Lotus Volcanic is their opener, plus all this blue chaff. But then Lotus Preordain isn't really like a keepable hand, right? So what else do they have? Just Tabernacle? Shit, what happens if I get needled here? I guess I just play Strip Mine and die. Oh well. It is interesting though, the different Lurus decks. Like, this is like the old Jeskai Lurus deck with the Arcanists and the Ragavans and Lavinias. And what's interesting here is they've got 9 cards in their deck that matters. And that's... or up to 9. That's like the 4 Lavinias if they're on 4. Which they found one. By the looks of things. Or did they find a dig 3 time? That they can't cast. But like the Lavinias and the Wastelands are all that matter in this matchup. Whereas the... Spreading Seas my Bizarro Baghdad, sure. Yes, I'd like to use Squeezability. Yeah, I'd also like to top deck a Bazaar. I'm just going to Strip Mine. I don't see why they have the right to mana if I don't have the right to Bazaars. But like this, yeah, Wastelands matter. I guess Spreading Seas matters. And then Lavinia matters. And that's kind of it. Their Ploughs can have some good application. Post board they might have a little bit of graveyard hate and shit. But so I get a I get another hollow one doing this, so it's worth it. Squee. So Echoing Deeps is another Bazaar. I guess Fury can go. Cracker speaks Lavinia, Ragavan. But Echoing Deeps can be any of these. I'm going to attack for 4. Spreading Seas is cute because it's built-in Bazaar. Built-in Tabernacle insulation. Post-combat we'll make another hollow one. They've got 3 cards in hand. Currently no white mana for plows. But yeah, then versus the other Lurrus decks, right? So this one is like Lavinia, Wastelands. That's what matters. Against the other Lurrus decks, they've got Bowmasters, they've got Urza's Sagas, Lorien Revealed decks are really quite powerful against us. Whereas this version doesn't seem to be playing the Loriens, which means they've had to play... Well, they're playing the 3rd colour, right? For like threats. And that seems to really lower the amount of play they've got. So what's this going to be, like a flash blocking? Flash blocking Containment Priest or something? No, it's by Lurrus. Good grief. There's one. Another creature and we just win here. Dink. 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 This is 12. Yeah. Wow. Cool. 3 and 2. 3 and 2. 1 round to go. And I will see you for that round. We're 14th. Final round. Playing for a 4 and 2. So yeah, playing for top 16, I imagine. We've got a bit of a crack in hand. No pressure, but... Ugh. LeMayo. Getting a misstep off against Shops decks always feels dirty. So, what do we want to do? Play Bazaar. Give it the old activation. Discard a Vengevine. Discard a Squee. Discard. So we're going to make the judgment call here. Basically here we've got discard another Squee. Right, so if you're against like a Prison Shops deck, that's quite good. Usually these days though, there's not much Prison Shops going around, or just like aggro shops going around. So we're just going to discard the Revival, hold up blue card, force blue card trap. Although actually I'm about to try and play a Chalice, so... Well, Chalice has worked its way through. Like Chalice and Mindbreak Trap aren't a combo, but hey ho. But Force of Negation, Mindbreak Trap should help. Wasteland's got that covered. But yeah, there's just an argument occasionally to be like holding the Revival there just in case we want to play against a wider swath of decks. I'm going to make the same play again though. And now I'm going to Wasteland there. Urza Saga. Because that can get a needle possibly. It might have been better just to get the Workshop, but I've got double negation up now. Ancient Tomb. So it looks like they're working towards a duel. They've got no One Rings at the moment or anything like that. Let's just keep sending it to the skies. Wouldn't mind drawing out a Commandeer here. Squee, powder. So now we've just got all the blue cards. And yeah. we need pressure or wastelands. That's what we need. Looks like our misstep did a lot of heavy lifting. That's going to be a Vengevine this turn. Oh, discard the squeak. I almost discarded the hollow one. So, Lizard, hollow one, trigger the Vengevine that we discarded a few turns ago. Wasteland your workshop post combat. And this was the Dream duel game. So, actually, while we've just got so much blue, how quickly are they dead? 16, 8, 8. So if they play a Saga next turn, they can't ever activate it, so we can just wasteland this workshop. Is that alright? Saga 8E. Trigger goes up. And it's die anyway, probably. There's an argument there just to hold the thing for a Saga. So Snapback comes in. Squee comes out. Resubmit. When we get Wasteland the next game, we'll be like, oh my god, where's my Caracas and Echoing Deeps and everything like that. But no, that was pretty academic, that was, wasn't it? I mean, we had our restricted card. We had a bunch of blue permission. We had a Bazaar and 7 sort of games we should be winning. Right, how aggro do we want to be? How good is Commandeer? Can we just keep 7 and then start just like casting our spells after the jewel that we steal? I don't think so. Oh, it's so much fun though. And we're on the draw. Oh god. It's actually really tempting. Just... oh god, no, I'm just going to mulligan to Oblivion and die. Oh, here we go. We'll keep a Wasteland and a Master of Death, I guess. Oh, I hate everything. I could have had a One Ring and it would have been great. Oh, dearie me. Steal your One Ring. Go find my Bazaar. That's what we were going to do. That's what we were going to do. And now, instead, I've got this stupid Bazaar of Baghdad. See, this coveted jewel should be mine. Ugh. Should be mine. Pithing Needle. Okay. Cool. Imagine how much fun that would have been if I just kept the 7 card Commandeer hand. Rookie mistake. Then imagine they just do all that and they play a Wormcoil. Then I had the Mind Break trap. Alright, this one's certainly not a Commandeer hand. This one is. There's so many blue cards I have to draw though, that's the problem. And that was not insignificant cards that went either, was it? Wasteland, Hollow, and Vengevine. And most importantly, the Chalice is gone. But okay. We'll play Bazaar. We'll activate Bazaar. We'll discard Vengevine. And 2 Noxious Revivals. And we'll see how deep into the tank they go before we decide whether we're commandeering or not. Soaring's fine. Manifold Key is fine. Pithing Needle is less fine. 3 cards in hand, so we could try and commandeer the Needle. But I think we're just supposed to negation, pitching, commandeer. And then now we bring back a Vengevine, we wasteland a Saga, we pray for no land drop time vault. So maybe we were supposed to be realistic with ourselves, and that it's a very slim chance that we're... Yeah, we were supposed to discard the Master last turn, have a Revival in hand this turn, and then it wouldn't have been a problem. So we'd be able to kill their stuff. Yeah, I'd like my Squee back, because I'd like a Vigor. Discard these 3 in the middle. Attack you. I know they're under the ring, but you know. So we should Vigor now to force 3 more damage. Yeah. So now they take 3 instead of 1. Yeah, they draw a billion cards, but they were going to draw a billion cards anyway, weren't they? So, well, they didn't reactivate. So they didn't dig for a counter spell. They're on 9 cards in hand. Mishra's Workshop is the play for the lands. I can't imagine we're winning against this. Oh, that game 2 is so upsetting though. I could have just had it all. Well, I could have, by all I mean 3 cards, and I start casting Squeeze. But you know, Sensei's top, spin Sensei's top. Cool. And it's quite a long way back from this point for us. Yeah, I haven't played perfectly today, to be honest with you. Obviously you never do, but I have made some pretty big blunders today. The Surgical against Montolio. Game 2 against this deck wasn't a blunder, but I blundered early by discarding those 2 revivals when I could have just discarded a thingy and pitched my thing. Discarding a Master of Death and holding a green card and just using the Commandeer as the blue card. No point in attacking versus the One Ring Protection. Didn't draw a second green card. Didn't draw a blue permission spell. So they've got 2 new cards, 9 cards in hand, top activation. So they have access to 12 cards to find something to do. We've got nothing to say about it. So that's not good. So Metamorph on the One Ring means they can tap their Ancient Tomb for free. There's a Saga Grafdigger's Cage. Weird. And then what? Oh, it's my turn. Okay. Okay, so what do we want to draw? Like green card commandeer? Actually, Wasteland's pretty good. Don't know why I'm discarding a lizard there. Don't really want to talk about it. Oh god, I'm so bad at this game. So bad. Okay. This one. I didn't mean to play that second bazaar, but I did. So here we go. So there's going to be some sort of joke here about the timing on this one. The One Ring gets activated. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to line up. I know I've given them a token, but we're trying to line up the Vigor with Mind Break Trap. There's another Ancient Tomb. Six mana makes a Worm Coil Engine. Okay. And that's it. It's just a Worm Coil Engine. One Ring's got 2 counters on it. I'm attacking for 1. They gain 3. Let's destroy these 2 permanents on instep then. And then they've discarded a Trinosphere. What the fuck is going on? I get my cards back. There is a snapback in my deck somewhere. So if the snapback arrives and gets through, that's not very good. Squee. Master. Strip mine? No, I want to strip mine their workshop. So Mind Break Trap, misstep probably. So what does the attack look like then? So Death Touch guy blocks Vengevine, Lifelink guy blocks Rootwaller. No, cool. So strip mine your workshop. And then you take 2, your lands don't work. Vigor your lifelinker, kill you. That's the play that we're going to go for. Okay, if we get away with this, it's going to be some fucking miracle. Like, I don't know how they've missed this hard. Island. Is this just Tinker? They've got 1 billion cards in hand. Oh, that just resolves. And then activate top. That just resolved somehow. We've not seen a Forcible out of them the whole match, have we? No, I don't even need to vigor, right? Block. Yeah, no, I do need to vigor. And then they've got to move to discard, and somehow we've won. That was immensely fucked up. We've gone 4-2 today. Absolutely undeserved, I think. So, what happened? We won round one. Let's show past rounds. We won round one against Habibo Abida with the awesome match where we wastelanded all their cards. Then we commandeered a one ring, and that was fantastic. Then we got ground out by Not Me. We punted against Montoglio with the surgical extraction play. Janky B. They unfortunately just registered Ragavan, I think was the story of that match. And then Forsaken Balerion, I've got no idea what just happened. Anyway, I think that's probably it from me. So, thanks for watching. Apologise for the crazy up and down plays, but yeah, I'm starting to really struggle. I've not been out of bed for a few days. So, thanks for watching. See you soon.